Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
So, good evening, Leroy. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. I cannot complain. And you guys?
Okay, fine. Just watched few games, and man, I just want to start with the first question to you. What do you feel about this tournament and your current state in this? Just can you explain for us your emotions and all of it?
So yeah, the tournament itself to start with is a fantastic platform for a lot of competitive players. The first one I didn't play, so I watched the streams and I watched on the tweets and all the other guys, and I felt like I want to be there. I feel like I'm good enough to compete with the best players in the world. So watching that, I felt like yeah, I need to be there. And then I got a message out of nowhere from you guys to compete in this version. So at first I was a little bit skeptical. I thought, should I
Mhm.
do it? Should I not do it? Because it's still you play against a lot of pro players, and you are playing against a lot of good players. So in the beginning, I was like not in the best form that I have at the moment. So I was like, but then I thought, I got nothing to lose. Let me just go for it. And the form and talk about the form that I have at the moment in the tournament. Yeah, I'm feeling very confident. We got 6 points. Like I got to be honest, I feel very confident. I feel like I can go to the next round definitely.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear that you are so inspired and real good result of 6 points already. Congratulations! We saw your game, previous game with great pleasure. And just next question would be in this group, how do you think who was the most difficult opponent for you?
Yeah, I think we all know who the answer is. Is of course it dominated. He's definitely the guy that is probably the best, one of the best players in the tournament at all. So for me personally, I felt like he is the one that I need to get my points. If I can get my points versus him, I got a big chance to go, to the next round.
Yeah, and about your yesterday's win against Indominator, you played so disciplined, and we saw. I was expecting so many emotions from you, but
Yeah,
it looks like you was keeping them. Yes, just you was so
yeah, yeah. True,
concentrated.
true. Yeah, true, true.
Like,
I played against the Dominator two times in the qualification to Road to Poland. In the Dutch
oh,
qualifications, we played in the group stage, and we played against each other
uh,
in the final. I won in the group stage, where I kept my composure. And then in the final, I was 1-0 up, and I let my emotion took took me, and I made a dumb decision by changing the formation. And again, if you let your emotion roll, you cannot focus and concentrate completely. So this time I thought I'm not gonna let my emotion take control, even though I want to scream when I scored a 1-0. But I learned from the mistake in the final, so I stay calm and try to get the win.
yeah. Yesterday, I
On
saw that you was speaking with your daughters or maybe wife after the game. How much did their energy help you yesterday, and in general, maybe?
Yeah, like the energy of the kids and the wife, they know that I love to do this. They know I'm very competitive, and playing e-football and pass, however you want to call it, is like a dream slash work for me. I put everything that I have into this game, and and I share every bit of story and every bit of journey that I have in this community. So I told them that I won the game, and against a Dominator who beat me in the final. So they were of course very happy that I got my revenge.
I just watched when I was watching your game. I was expecting your emotions, and I understood. I understood that you want to keep them just to full concentration, and maybe you will show them in the end after the final
Yeah,
whistle. And I'm just watching like this and waiting unless your smile. And after the final whistle, you're like, "Oh, finally it's ended! I won it!" And we also was excited to see
yeah,
just your emotions, your impressions, that these real emotions that you
yeah,
won this
yeah,
game.
yeah.
And
Now I understand. I kind of thing was like when I won that game. To be honest, I said to the guys in the chat as well that I was a little bit disappointed because the game went exactly the same way in the final. How the game went, the last match in the ESL went exactly in the final. So I wasn't disappointed in myself that I didn't pull it through the final, and this time I did it. So it was a little bit of mixed feelings. I was happy, but also a little bit disappointed in myself. If I just had the focus, I could have won all our meetings.
no worries, no worries. You will have time to improve and maybe
Yeah,
face in Dominator in finals. Just
yeah.
wish you to be there. And my question is, in case if you would win this championship, you will be the winner of championship SL number 2. So how would you spend your prize?
That is a very good question. How would I? I think first of all, I will definitely take the kids and the wife to a nice dinner. We definitely need to celebrate a little bit, definitely. And I think the rest of the money I would have like put it somewhere and save up, and think about it where what I'm gonna do with it, because again it's a very big price, and you can do a lot of things with it. You can invest in yourself, you can invest in the stream, I can invest in the community, you know what I mean. So there are so many things that I can do with it, but I think first of all we will go to a nice dinner.
Yes, the main thing is not invest in crypto, and of course, everything would be fine.
So Leroy, with which game did you start playing PES? Which game was the first game for you?
I played PES now for almost 25 years, but the first
Oh.
PES that I really invested and felt that I like know the buttons was Pro Evolution
Mm-hmm.
Soccer 1 on the PlayStation 2, if I'm correct. But the
Mm-hmm.
first Pro Evolution Soccer, that was my first PES that I played the game and knew what was, and developed the system.
Maybe some offline tournaments it was back in the days, or you was just playing
I played
for
I
joy?
played I played some PES League. I
Mm-hmm.
always went to the finals in Holland, in Dutch, in the Netherlands, but unfortunately I always came up short. Um, yeah, it's the experience, right? If you don't have experience, you can be good, you can be mentally in your head, you think you're mentally strong, but if you never had experience, the tough circumstances, you cannot compete with the best players.
Mm-hmm. And just big question for me, and I think for most of our viewers, how long did it take for you to adapt to playing with one hand and different controllers, different PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, now PS5, and how long did it take to you? And was it easy or hard work for you? Just
uh
we want to hear it more about this one because your results
yeah.
right now, of course, I know that it's fantastic in Dream Team and ranking mode, and can you just explain to us this one?
Yeah, so I to be honest, I just played. My first experience of using a controller was on the Super Nintendo, and
Oh.
my mother told my brother that I just, the way that I hold the controller that you guys see on stream and stuff, that is how I did it always. Even when I was little, to be honest, I don't know why or how, but instinct just said to me, for yeah, hold the controller like that. And yeah, every year, every years when the new controller comes out, it is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I always need to adapt and struggle a bit, but I make sure that I can manage to play with the controllers. But yeah, every new controller will be a struggle for me.
So can you just rate the most comfortable controller and the worst one?
The worst one is definitely the the PlayStation One without the analog stick. That one is very
Yeah.
that one is the worst one, and I think the best controller at the moment is definitely the PS5. I
Mm-hmm.
At first it was the PS4, but I feel the PS5 is just big enough for my hands to
Mm-hmm.
hold it. You know, so I will say the
DualShock?
PS5 is definitely the best one for me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and also my question. We understand that you have pretty good auditory, as I see on streams. They follow you, followers, like yes, who is watching you, and how do you think? Uh, would you like to have a cyber sports career, like professional, and move in maybe in some team just one time, and
Mm-hmm.
it's to be representative of football club maybe?
Oh, if I want to be like a professional player, like like we all know when we played it past in the early days, there was no Twitch, there was no YouTube really. We all wanted to put our names out in the biggest tournaments as possible. So that is of course still one of my dreams. I put it aside because yeah, streaming is a passion that I have. But if I get the chance to get a contract, I will definitely say yes and pack my bags and say let's go. So yeah, definitely yes.
What do you think about eFootball and the current state of this game?
Um, yeah, to be honest, as a content creator and try to entertain people on Twitch, it is very hard because there's not a lot of content. There's not a lot of tournaments in the game itself. There's not much to do. We only play divisions, which is fine. You can get the rank 4 or 5, whatever the case may be, but there's nothing much else to do besides that, you know. We cannot be in the menus, train some players. That's like 10 minutes works. There's just not much to do. And the gameplay got a lot of mistakes as well. We see that the game is a lot of AI heavy. There's not a lot of manual stuff being done. So, guys, for me at the moment, I'm happy because I'm playing very good at the moment, so I cannot complain. But if I need to be honest, besides that, for me it's 50-50 at the moment.
But what about
Yes, we are
content and the
oh,
updates?
sorry.
What are you expecting from Konami in the nearest future in the eFootball 24 update? What
I,
kind of updates? Maybe co-op, maybe edit mode. What are you waiting for? Just
To be honest,
you
I'm
and me.
waiting for at least you guys remember the champion badge league in the past 2021 that every end of
Yeah.
the month we played all the champion badge. I want to see more of that. At least once a month is good. I want to see co-op back. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see things that we can do without grinding for the division. Sometimes you come from work, school, you want to relax. You know what I mean? You want to relax. You don't want to go sweaty playing against 99 Neymar the whole day. So I feel like I hope in the future that we can get at least some modes that for the guys who want to relax after a big busy day. So I hope a co-op and I hope at least a monthly tournament. That will definitely be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I totally understand the situation when you are just want to relax, but PES will not forgive you such such relaxation, and your opponents will punish you for your trying to relax. And
Yeah,
99 Neymar will show you that you need to turn off your PlayStation just to keep your
yeah.
nervous a little bit more until the end of the day. And of course, my next question would be about your favorite football team.
I got two favorite football team. That is Manchester United and Feyenoord. Is you guys? I know
Mm.
you guys know what who Feyenoord is. In my chat, they are always trolling me, say who's Feyenoord, who's Feyenoord. But Feyenoord and Manchester United is definitely my two favorite teams.
Dear Manchester United, please contact our guest, Leroy. He needs the contract to sign. We will bring the pen if it will be needed. No worries.
Yes.
And we are moving. We are moving to the next question. So next
I
question
just
would be, yes.
I just want to ask you about this big thing for Dream Team, new one about this paywall skills like Fortress or like momentum dribbling. What do you think about this? Because not anyone can bring these players to their teams, and I'm not sure that this one is good idea by Konami.
Uh,
What do you think about these
y-
skills?
to be honest, the skills. I hope the skills are. It would be good if the skills were like you got the control of the skills. So let's say it's like a knuckle shot, like a double touch. You
Hmm.
press the buttons to do the animation or do the skills, and with the Showtime skills, that is all AI, based on AI. It's
Yeah,
not you. You can the phenomenal finishing. You can just press square. It doesn't matter where, and the ball will go in. You don't need to do the power. You just need to shoot. And with the forwards, with the defending, that in the second half you get a boost. Like that is all AI stuff, and that's not great. And with the dribbling, to be honest, I don't know what the dribbling does, because I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know what it does. So, but I'm not very happy with those skills that they brought in. It will be perfect if they gave us an option to do ourselves. You know, shoot ourselves, move ourselves. You know, that you feel that you are the
yeah.
person that does that stuff. So, no, I'm not very happy with that.
And with this one, that right now in the game we can't find manual pass. I mean, when you're not playing with the full manual and no manual rush with your players like it was before when you pressed L1 and right stick. So why do you think they deleted these two things just to compare eFootball from PS5 to mobile, or just it was decision not because of it? Because for many great players, pro players, and players like you as well, without manual passing, you can just increase the skill gap like it was before.
Yeah.
And
No, exactly. I think maybe it's the mobile thing, but I think it's to bring a little bit more casual people in the community. Of course, if they make the game very hard, very difficult, and we all know back in the days, boys, PES was the most difficult game that you
yeah.
can play as a football lover. You know, so
Hmm.
we knew from the beginning when you started PES there's a gap, skill gap, and now they had to close it down for more casual people. But yeah, I hope they bring it back. But yeah, it's just not a very good decision, to be honest, because th- a lot of people are not playing anymore. You know, we only the tryhards, the really hardcore lovers are playing it. But people who are casual playing the game, they don't play it like back in the days.
And all this complaining about meta formation and something on Reddit as well, you can read. What do you think about this one? That all the time players who just can't reach these high places complaining about the other players like Indominator, like you, like Etarita, like Roxa, many good guys that they're
Yeah,
just playing meta and that's all. But of course, these guys can't repeat this and just make results like them. But of course, this complaining and like in different games, like for example Counter Strike or in Dota, when you're playing on this level, everything is fine and you're the pro. In eFootball, for some reason, they're trying to shame these guys because of using
yeah,
meta formation.
yeah. I think it's just people who are want to play the game normally. You know, they want to play the game very realistic. And yes,
Hmm.
then if you want to play the game realistic, then you're gonna get the meta boys, and yeah, you're gonna struggle against. But like the three striker formation. Like I don't like to use it myself. I feel like, of course, it is the most comfortable and the safest formation, but I feel like there is other formations that you can be very competitive with. You just need to learn the game. That is especially the most important thing. Learn the mechanics, learn the game, learn the player skills, and you can definitely get improve your personal record as before.
Just last small question before Pavlo will ask you something. That's interesting for me. After all of these updates, still double touch is the best skill in the game, is the most useful.
Yeah, definitely, hundred
Yeah.
percent. Double touch
Okay,
is
understood.
double touch is the most useful skill, and the thing that annoys me about that is because I cannot spam the double touch as the guys who play with two hands. So
Oh.
so I can only do double touch in a certain position, but
Hmm.
so I'm in disadvantage. So, but double touch is definitely the best skill to. But you can defend it very easily. You can, like, if you play against people with, let's say, if you know the player skills, if you know an let's say a Neymar, a Messi, you know they're gonna do a double touch. So you can defend it if you know the players. You know what I mean? You can defend the double
Yeah.
touch. You know which direction if you understand the game mechanics. So I don't really have a lot of struggle when people spam the double touch, but yeah, it can be stressful. It can be stressful.
Yes, for sure. When it's great timing for double touch, it looks amazing. And after this, with this curl shot, and you're like sitting and oh my god, just mwah. And my question is about when you just want to relax, just have some easy time. Maybe you visit sometimes FIFA. Maybe you like to play, or you play, just try it and think it's not so realistic, and you just give it away. What do you think about FIFA?
So I played FIFA 20. My first FIFA was FIFA 22. Because I was very mad at eFootball, very mad. There was no content, there was nothing we had nothing. So I was mad. I played FIFA 22 for maybe 8 months. I liked it, but that was pure because the content that they had. They had the transfer market, they had the SPCs, they got so many stuff. If you are new to it, it's like wow, it's a whole new world. So that was fun, but after a while, I thought, hey, listen, the gameplay is very bad. You can have good content, but if the gameplay is bad, it will still be a bad game. So FIFA was fun, but nah, the gameplay is not for me.
Yes, yes, for sure. Just the main decision of all the players that you want to choose the gameplay or just this entertainment that can allow you in the FIFA that no false games, out of box, more points and so on and so on. And this is the big choice, of course, for all the players.
Yeah,
And of course, glad that currently you chose eFootball and showing us such a great level of football. And of course, wish you luck.
thank you.
What do you think about this system of community in competitive ecosystem? I will tell that we have this eFootball Pro League, and that's all. By Konami, I mean. Of course, we can find other tournaments, community tournaments, and from the other organizations. But what do you think about Konami's system? Because this eFootball Pro League, it feels like not enough space for all the players. Like for just for a quick examples, that Orelt, this guy, he's still known in football pro for some reason, but he's playing on the highest level for how many years? Like maybe three, maybe four already, and
Yeah.
not only Orelt, we
Um.
can name many.
Yeah. No. I got an how do I say it? Like I, of course, like the professional guys, they are in a world of their own, right? They it's like a
Hmm.
group of people that know each other. You can see as well if the teams that are made, everybody knows each other. There's barely chance for a guy who's outside the pro scene who can come in. You can and that it was also proven that guys who won the E Open, the amateur E Open, that they didn't even get a contract
Yeah,
of the professional guys. So yeah, the professional guys got a group of their own. Is it fair? I don't know. Do we need to see more? Other players, I will say yes because I want to see myself there. But yeah, and also with the tournaments, the E Open is the way that they set it up is not good. It's not good. We got a lot of cheaters there. A lot of
Yeah,
internet connection is not. You know what? Like, it's just a lot of things that unfortunately is not good. The main focus, of course, is the pro scenes. That is where the most eyes are as well, and should be, of course. Um, so yeah, I feel that yeah, the pro guys definitely got a group with each other, and it's very hard to get in if you're not very close to them.
yeah. About this eFootball system, eFootball Open with this goal difference spam and all of it. So, did you play it eFootball Open round one
Yeah,
too?
I played it, but after a while, when I played a match, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
there was a moment that I was playing and I was 5-0 ahead, and the opponent just gave up. So your goal different. You
Mm-hmm.
you know you can score more goals, but when your opponent just give up mid game, it stops there for you. So
Yeah.
I played it, tried it, but to be honest, I didn't really give 100% into the tournament.
Mm-hmm. So, as I understand, you think it was better before when it was only one PES League, no eFootball
Yeah.
Open and eFootball Pro.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it was one back in the days. I just can remember how it easy was. If you was playing well, just in my first year when I was playing, I just was playing against Eterita in my first year, and it was open for everyone. So in these qualifications, and yes, like you told before, right now it's too hard to be in this, and I know this maybe you will not answer about this one, but or maybe yes. But what do you think? Who is the guy in the football pros? Who's just chilling in this league and he's not deserved to be in it, or if you don't want to answer, you can of course just miss this
You mean as a
question.
professional guy?
Yeah.
I rather not answer that. We will let it for what it is. But nah, I cannot answer that.
Okay, but you have an opinion, yeah, about this one.
Yeah, yeah. I got an like, what the thing is, like, I feel, and this is for myself. Like, I feel like I can compete with the best players in the world. And I did that for many years. Um, do I have a world title or a national title? No, I don't have that. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand that I cannot speak without having something to show off. You know what I mean? So I know my lane. I know that I cannot speak too much without having stuff to prove. But I played against a lot of professional guys who are now professional. I played against a lot of guys who are top players, and I can dance with them. I don't get, I lose, I win. You know what I mean? So I feel that there are some players that I can be next to them as well.
Yeah, and yesterday you won in Dominator as well, 1-0. You didn't concede any goals from him, but and I saw one time on the stream when you was playing practice against O'Neill, and you won him as well when I was watching this stream. So yeah, great results. But okay, what about guys not in the Football Pro League? Just maybe two or three names who is not in this league but easily can sub some players and play in this league and win games. So maybe you can name us.
There's definitely a guy that I feel like is a very good player. That's Crank Pau. He's
Hmm.
a guy, a Greek guy that lives in Germany, but I played against him many times, and he is very, very, very talented guy. If he focus, I believe that he definitely can be in this tournament. Definitely, I recommend you guys to look at his ranks. He got rank 11 last phase.
Hmm.
I will recommend you guys to, if the next tournament will come, to definitely check him out and hopefully give him a try.
Hmm. Great one.
And I wanted to ask you, when just eFootball opened, appeared, and we could download it finally. What was your impression when you saw the announcement that could be the crossplay between computers and and mobile phones.
Yeah, that was like a pain in your face, right? Like we all know that the game itself with PlayStation is not even playing correctly. So imagine if you play against a guy from the who's sitting in a toilet and play against you or somebody or on the PC who got
With the
and we all
Wi-Fi,
know
of course.
yeah, of course, and we know that the PC community got a lot of cheaters and a lot of guys who are playing with the connection and stuff. So that option is definitely not a great choice of them. I know they want to make the community bigger, so I understand that aspect. But we all know the gameplay itself with PlayStation is already bad. Imagine with PC and mobile.
And by the way, why actually you decided to play in PlayStation, not Xbox, not PC, just what PlayStation?
I grew up with PlayStation. I had Super
Mhm.
Nintendo, but the PlayStation was what my parents bought for us, and of course all my friends had a PlayStation. So after a while, if you want to go to Xbox, you're the only one, of all my friends. So
Yeah.
PlayStation was definitely the game the console to go for.
As a real fan of PS1, I just need to ask, just to to make this question: what is your favorite games on PS1?
Oh,
Instead of
my
football,
favorite
you
game on
mean?
PS1.
Yes,
Wow,
just
you're
except of
asking me
football, of
a,
course.
a question, man. What did I play? That's a while ago, man. I can't recall. I can't recall.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Just I will ask you maybe a little bit later, but I will just give you a hint with Crash Bandicoot. But okay,
Oh
okay,
yes,
let's
of
move on.
course, of course. I remember now. You said I like the Crash Bandicoot the party mode that you had the mini games. That
Crash
was
Bash, yes.
also a very good one. Yes, that was definitely one of my favorite games that I played. Of course, Tekken, um, Metal Gear Solid. I remember. Um, some games are coming up now that you're saying that, but yeah,
Yeah,
this
of
is
course.
definitely PlayStation One is definitely classics.
Hmm.
And of course, I need to also to ask you because I also feel this pain that manual settings, just manual manual settings, yes, in eFootball were deleted from this part of the game. And how do you think would it be more interesting to watch in case if would be the championship in future with only manual settings for everything, for passes, for shots, for everything?
To be honest, they tried it right with level one passing, and the game didn't really look attractive. You know what I mean? Because everybody was playing very safe because the passing didn't was 100% to the player. I understand that, of course, more manually is depends. Skill. That's definitely skills. But to be honest, I will not recommend a full manual pro scene. That doesn't look attractive to me.
So which pass was the best one for you? I mean, this opinion that the classic pass is pass 6 and pass 13 and pass 18. So maybe you have the different opinion or just between these three passes like pass 6, 13, and 18.
Um,
Which one
I,
was the
I'd
best?
say my my personal best, and that is more personal reason, but I would say
Hmm.
past 1920 is the best for me, pure because of the streaming. For me, started there. I built up an amazing community around past 1920. So because of that, I will say past 1920 is for me. Having a safe spot for me.
But between 19 and 20, it was so much difference because past 90, it was like a little bit like FIFA so fast, and past 20, it was slowed down, and this new feature was in this game. Uh,
Yeah.
intentional foul. Yeah, and this one was deleted as well with the manual passing and no more intentional foul. I think all of
No,
us
no.
was using it.
I the thing is, we don't know what Konami wants to do with the game. You know, um,
Hmm.
we one thing is for sure is that they want to keep it as safe as possible, so the game can still run every year. You know, so if they want to make the game as safe as possible, then they need to make it very casual for everybody. So, yeah, tough things to handle, things that only elite players can handle, needs to go away.
Yeah, but this one, they again just few months ago they reminded to us about this mobile connection between it and but still nothing, still no, and we're just again far away from Unreal Engine 5, I think, with this news, because how can you play on the PS5 with the Unreal Engine 5 against mobile this Wi-Fi players on Unreal Engine 4? So what do you think about
Yeah,
Unreal Engine 5? It was announced like 2 years ago,
yeah.
and
I I I think they are just announcing stuff to see maybe they want to see the way that we react. You know, if people are reacting great, I think they're gonna roll with it. If people are reacting a little bit strange and not happy, they're gonna wait and hold back a little bit. So I think more the way that they are working is probably on the reaction of the community.
yeah, like it was after the release of this bug, of this mess of
Yeah.
bugs, this first version of this game, and it was like 6 or 7 months between this and first playable nice eFootball with this April or May it came, and it was not good as well, but better than it was before. And this one is something bad from Konami. They changed the director of eFootballs, as I remember. It was another guy. I just forgot his surname. Maybe you can remember it.
No, I can recall.
Okay, it just was another guy who has idea to create something new and for PS5 for new Xboxes, but they changed the direction to this game. Of course, it's not this bad and it's a playable and okay, but we was expecting another one because when we got this PES 21 season update game just to play 1 year more and but it feels different, yeah, between PES 20 and 21. Anyway, it was
Yeah,
season
yeah,
update,
yeah.
but can you just expect this and
Uh,
describe for
the,
us?
the the difference of this game,
Yeah.
yeah. The I feel like the tempo at the moment how the patch this is. I feel like the tempo is perfectly not perfect, but it feels because of the speed. It feels like you are controlling the game more than the AI. So I feel like the game at the moment is good, but they need to do a little bit less AI support. You know, with the way of defending, the way of attacking,
Mm.
passing. It's a lot of AI support, which makes the game feel very automatic. You know, sometimes you guys remember, right? When you scored a crazy goal, you celebrate, you feel, boom, I made that goal. But now you
Mm-hmm.
make a crazy goal, stunning shooting, you don't feel like
Yeah.
you made that goal because the game helped me out, or probably the opponent's gonna make a kickoff goal, So uh, it's there's no more that raw feeling of you playing, you doing this, So but I feel the patch, the way the game is playing is going to a good direction.
I hope so, because for us, for you, and for everyone, it will be good. And thank you, Leroy, for this one. I wish all the best to your family, to you on this tournament, and
Yes.
of course, we'll continue this discussion the other day. Thank you, man, and
Yo, thank
have
you
a
for
good
having me,
evening.
boys, and thank you for the invitation of this tournament. You guys are doing a great, amazing job. I really
Thank
appreciate the
you.
work that you guys are doing.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Have a good day, have a good games, and we are expecting you, of course, in final to show your best result. Wish you good luck.
Yes. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, goodbye,
Ciao.
man.
Bye bye.
And it was Leroy
Mm.
with his nice answers. Such a big fan of PES and the football. Always great to discuss with this guy who is just so much involved in this one. And of course, great answers. Was surprised that he likes this PES 19 and PES 20 over the PES 18, for example. Yeah, he thought because of streams, but anyway.
Yes, yes, pretty unusual to hear such comment. Uh, just not many players can share also such point of view. But anyway, of course, when PES moving to the right trip, it's always great, and I also excited to speak with LB Games, very interesting guy, and of course his results will will show to everybody, to the world, that he is deserved maybe to become the football club, just football club, maybe the
Mhm.
cybersports, and of course we wish him to win.